and started counting the spots, we noticed, well, my goodness, this is really neat. The asexual reproducers were taking much higher loads of parasites than the sexual reproducers on average. Why should they be more parasitized than the sexual reproducers? They were living right beside, because they're all being exposed to the same parasites in the water. There should be no fundamental reason for different parasite loads on these different kinds of animals, unless it had something fundamentally to do with being asexual as versus being sexual.
But what? The only thing to do was to keep walking and sampling and thinking.
Oh, look at this.
Finally, it hit him. He was looking at a real-world demonstration of the value of males, one suggested by an evolutionary theory called the Red Queen.
The Red Queen is an elegant idea. I think it's one of the great ideas since Darwin. And it goes back to a wonderful scientist, Lee Van Valen, who basically asked about, does evolution stop when things get perfectly well adapted to their environment? He said, of course not. Evolution is a race, and it's much like the race we saw in Alice and the Red Queen and Alice in Wonderland, where they were running just as fast as they can. And Alice says, isn't this curious? As fast as we run, nothing seems to change. We're staying in the same place. And the Red Queen says, yes, you have to run just as fast as you can to stay in the same place. You're living in a complex world, a world full of parasites, a world full of viruses and bacteria, predators, competitive species, all basically evolving too. And the moment any species stops evolving in response to these challenges and threats, it's doomed.
The cloned fish have stopped evolving. They're an easy target, especially for a short-lived, fast-evolving parasite. But the sexual fish are a moving target. Each is a new combination, fashioned from its parent's genes.
So as far as the parasite is concerned, every individual in that sexual population is a unique and individual challenge, and that slows down the transmission of the parasite through the sexual part of the population.
Here was a solution to the mystery of sex. It's the best defense against rapidly evolving enemies. Or so it seemed, until a bad drought dried up the pools, killing the minnows and throwing everything